We're going to take a look at the new Unearthed Arcana, which is Draconic Options, something like that. I haven't looked at it. I literally just downloaded it and I was like, we should take a look at this and see how it is. My patrons get every single month an issue of Lair magazine. Lair magazine contains a whole bunches of Dungeon Master resources to reduce your prep time, help you run awesome games. For instance, every issue of Lair magazine has 2 complete 5th edition adventures, complete with maps designed for virtual tabletop. And you don't have to buy the image files separately. They come with the magazine. So you can just import those into Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds, wherever you want to run your games. Makes it easy for you. You have read aloud text, all that good stuff. There are villains, there are puzzles, there are traps. Our May issue, which is about to come out, has over 50 pages of Dungeon Master resources in it, and it has bonus content from the Dungeon Coach. There's a magic tattoo system, there are magic tattoos, and there are 3 new subclasses. There is an artificer, a monk, and a bard. I think it's a bard. Yeah, I think it's a bard. So that's coming out in just a little over a week. I think it'll be May. Yeah, about 2 weeks that'll come out. So boom, there you go. So if you're interested in getting Lair magazine, there's a link to my Patreon right there. Yay. Now let's do Unearthed Arcana. I gotta pull this up really quick. Let me go find my folder. We gotta find my folder where I put it. I put it in the downloads folder so I would know exactly where to get it. All right. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen. Boom. Okay, so this came out like last week or something. Last week, you can get this on Wizards of the Coast's website, you know, where you can get D&D stuff. You can get this. It's free. It's playtest material. So, oh, they have an app too? They have a mobile app? Oh, cool. Awesome. So look at that. Danny has used it for years. Nice. All right. Unearthed Arcana, Draconic Options. All right. Whee, look at these folks. Yay. All right, playtest material. This is playtest material. Yes. Feedback. You can even give them feedback. Power level. What is that? The character options you read here might be more or less powerful than options of the player's handbook. That should be read more powerful. They're almost assuredly more powerful. All new content. Well, I don't want to make too broad of a generalization, but much of the new content is way more powerful than existing material in the player's handbook. Draconic Races. Okay, so the Dragonborn race. This document offers 3 variant Dragonborn races you can choose instead. So these are variant races. Okay. Okay, got it. Creating your character, ability score increases. You can increase one of these scores by 2 and increase a different one by 1. And again, we're following the paradigm of not telling you what to increase and leaving it up to the players, which is their new MO. They're just going to do that, you know, across the board. And we talked about why they're doing that, I believe in our last live stream last Tuesday. If you're interested in that discussion, you can go look at that live stream on my second YouTube channel, the DM Lair Streams. That live stream is available for you to watch. We talked about that whole reason and why they're doing some of the things they were doing. Well, I didn't discuss it a whole lot because I didn't want to get involved in a bunch of political bullcrap, which is the ultimate reason they're doing some of these things. But I did read an article where they were explaining why they were doing it. Okay, languages. Common and one other language that you and your DM agree is appropriate. Okay. Creature type. Humanoid. Thank you. Okay. Got it. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, so it looks like the first one is a Chromatic Dragonborn. Okay, makes sense. Got it. It's based on one of the chromatic dragons, right? Black, blue, green, red, and white. Yep. Okay, so I'm reading through these, and basically my brain is the biggest thing that I'm going to be examining is whether I think they're balanced or not, or if I would make tweaks to them if I were a dungeon master. That's one of the things. I'm gonna assume that they're cool, and honestly, whether they're cool or not is a matter of personal opinion. So it doesn't really matter if I think they're cool or not. Some people will and some people won't. But mostly I'm looking at balance concerns, because that's like immediately when I see playtest, immediately when I see homebrew stuff, my brain is like, balance. This all seems fine. Chromatic Ancestry. You trace your ancestry to a chromatic dragon. Yep, we got that part. Granting you a special magical affinity. Choose one type of dragon from the Chromatic Ancestry table. This determines the damage type for your other traits as shown. Okay, cool. We get to pick one. Yay. Breath weapon. Okay, so we have a breath weapon, which Dragonborn all have. So this is just a continuation of that. Isn't that the same? Like, don't all Dragonborn get a breath weapon anyway? Like, isn't that already a thing? I swear it's a thing. Player's handbook. Where's Dragonborn? Races. Choosing a race? Do not talk about... Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm blind. Sorry. They all get dragon. They already get... So we already have this. Yeah, they get a dragon breath. Okay, so it sounds like we're repeating stuff that's already a thing. Are they going to repeat it every single time? That's interesting. You have resistance to the damage type associated with your chromatic ancestry. Okay. Luke, keep reading. Where? Keep reading where? Oh, they changed the DC of it and the damage die from D6 to a D8. Oh, it's different. Hungry Hippo says, everyone just relax. He'll figure it out. So it does more damage. So a creature takes 2d8 damage, and in the normal one they take 2d6 damage. Oh, so the average damage went up by what? 2? Okay, 2.5, 3 or something. And the die goes up at all of these standard levels where things go up at. And is that the same for this one? And the die goes up at all the standard levels. You can use it equal to number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Okay, is that the same from here? Oh no, you get to use it more times. Okay, you get to use it more times too, so just more damage, and you can use it 3 or more times depending upon what level you are. And where is it? Come on, baby. When they come back when you finish a long rest. This comes back when you finish a short or long rest. Honestly, there's no difference. Like, there's almost no difference. Most adventuring groups are going to take a couple long rests, 1 or 2 long rests in a dungeon. So you're going to get to use your breath weapon probably 2 times, more than likely, if you just have the one of the player handbook. If you get the Unearthed Arcana one, you're probably going to get to use it 3 times or maybe 4 at higher levels, but whoever gets the higher levels. Most campaigns break up and fall apart before you ever get past like level 5 or 8. You know what I mean? So it'll never come into play. So there's little difference. As written, there's a difference, but in all practicality, there's not a big difference in the number of usages. Not criticizing that, I'm just saying that that's the way it is. Just because we're hoping to compare ourselves, you know what I mean? It doesn't cost a whole action? Oh, really? What is it, a bonus action? Or does it say that? It says when you take the attack action, you can replace one of your attacks. Oh, and okay, cool. So it is very nice, much nicer. 30 foot. It's a 30-foot line that is 5 feet wide. So it's always a 30-foot line that's 5 feet wide. What did they do it in the player handbook version? It depends. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, hold on a second. The chromatics were always a line. Weren't they black? No, red is a cone. Oh, that sucks. That's a nerf. That's a hard nerf. You guys have no idea. A line is such a bad breath weapon. I was recently in a battle with a black dragon against my players, and it was so hard to get more than one of them in a line. Like, it was very challenging. With terrain, they're ducking behind things, they're not being stupid. It was hard to get people in a line. A cone, I could have roasted everyone in that room all at once, but a line was very challenging to get them with the black dragon. If it had been a red dragon or if I'd given the black dragon a cone, totally different story. It would have been a roast fest. So I do feel that if they're making it where everything is a line, that is less advantageous than having a cone. A 15-foot cone is going to be better. But I guess it depends on how the Dungeon Master role plays the enemies. The Dungeon Master might just have them all stand in a line. If he has them all stand in a line, then this is beautiful. It really just depends. So, oh, the metallics. Oh, the metallics all have cones. Okay, interesting. Oh, because that's the next one. Ah, that's the next one. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. Very, very good. That really just the problem. Okay, so min-maxers then will want to go to the metallic. Heart rate right now, I'm going to tell you that if you are a min-maxer, if you're a power gamer, then you're going to probably want to disregard the chromatic and go right to the metallic, because cones are way better than lines when you have a breath weapon. Now, I can speak from lots of experience. And you have resistance to it. Okay, let's take a look at that one. So I think we got most of it. It doesn't take your full action. The saving throw is probably the same. Looks like it's the same. It does more damage, and you can use it more times. You have resistance to one of those damage types. That's cool. And then starting at 3rd level, as an action, you can channel your draconic energies to protect yourself. For 10 minutes, you become immune to the damage type associated with your chromatic ancestry. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. So in the right situation, aka, you know, you're in the plane of fire or pools of acid, that becomes very useful. In the right, very situational situation, it's 10 minutes. That will be very, very useful. But for 99% of your adventuring career, that will never even come into play. So while very situationally useful and powerful, it's not going to be over the whole course of the game very powerful. So very cool, but not super overbalanced or anything. Yeah, this looks cool to me. What else does the okay, so they literally just took the Dragonborn. They literally took the Dragonborn out of the player handbook and they made it better. They didn't lose anything. Like, the Dragonborn out of the player handbook doesn't have an extra thing that the Unearthed Arcana one lost. So all they really did was beef it up. They beefed it up. Period, end of story. They didn't say, well, we're gonna make your breath weapon stronger, but because of that, we're gonna take away this other thing that you had. No, they simply made it stronger. Okay, so remember at the beginning here? Remember at the beginning when I was kind of making fun of things and I said, the character options you read here might be more or less powerful than options in the player's handbook. Remember how at the very beginning I was like, yeah, almost everything's more powerful? Now you see, Luke's not crazy. Well, I kind of am, but I was right about that. It's totally more powerful. It's hands down more powerful than the one in the player handbook. So with this, there's no reason to ever do the other one in the player handbook. They've basically, it's not been deprecated for all intents and purposes, right? I'm still crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sir Stellar, you are very correct. They say that the Dragonborn was not too powerful vanilla. I 100% agree. I never saw anything compelling about a Dragonborn. I mean, besides I want to roleplay a dragon. If you want to just roleplay a dragon, then you don't care about any of this stuff. It doesn't matter. But you're totally right. the Dragonborn's traits and abilities were not very good. They were, if you compare them to a dwarf, which is very good, or a half elf, which is very good, Dragonborn was definitely one of the races that was the least powerful. So that said, I don't have any problems with making it a little bit beefier and more powerful, because vanilla, you're right, it was totally crappy. So you are crazy, but we love you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, OG were lackluster. So I'm okay with it being more powerful because I totally agree. The vanilla ones were pretty lame. So making it more powerful is fine. It will bring it up to par with dwarves. I always view dwarves and half elves as some of the most powerful, two of the most powerful races. They're just very good. Metallic Dragonborn. Oh yes, Dragonborn with metallic ancestry. Lay claim to the unflinching tenacity of the metallic dragons. Bronze, brass, copper, gold, and silver, whose hues glint in their scales. Theirs is the fire of hearth and forge, the cold of high mountain air, the spark of inspiration, and the scouring touch of acid that cleanses and purifies. Okay, so you're not chromatic, you're metallic. Yay. Okay, same stuff as before. Choose an ancestry. Magic is in a 15-foot cone instead of the line. Okay, cool. We're with it. You get the 2d8 damage. Beautiful. It goes up at the standard levels that things go up at. It has number of traits equal to proficiency bonus. You got the resistance. Oh, this is different. Oh, we have something different here. Let's see. At 3rd level, you gain a 2nd breath weapon, which is in line with metallic dragons. All metallic dragons have 2 different types of breath weapons. That's cool. When you take the attack action, you can replace one of your attacks with an exhalation of a magical gas in a 15-foot cone. Also, a 2nd one. The save DC for this breath is the same as it normally is. When you use this ability, choose one. Each creature in the area must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 20 feet away from you and knocked prone. Wow. So, given the right terrain, if you have the right terrain, this could be very powerful, but that's situational. And let's see, the DC is going to be 8 plus your con mod plus your proficiency bonus. So the DC will probably be around 10, 3, 13 or 14, more than likely. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Each creature in the area must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or become incapacitated until the start of your next turn. What's incapacitated? What is incapacitated? I'm gonna look this up really quick. There are so many conditions, I get them confused. Okay, you can't take actions or reactions until the start of your next turn. Wow. Okay, each creature in the area. So it'll affect friendlies. It can affect friendlies. Very, very important for dungeon masters. And the same thing for the one above it. Each creature in the area, it affects friendlies. Very, very important for dungeon masters to remember that, because otherwise that becomes way more powerful. So because you got to position yourself just right and make sure you only hit the people you want to hit, otherwise other people will take this, you know, that brings it a little bit down in line. Incapacitating enemies and taking away their action economy is huge. That is a very powerful ability. And then it says, once you use your metallic breath weapon, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Okay. 15-foot cone. The DC is probably not going to be super high. It's a con modifier, and most monsters have decent con. Like, especially like beefy boss dudes, they usually have good con modifiers. So, yeah, this is pretty good. This is definitely a pretty good ability. It's very, very good. I would say, hands down, there is zilcho reason to be a chromatic dragonborn. You would want to be metallic. Oh, wow. Go for metallic, folks. It's way more powerful. And you can be a good, you know, you have good ancestry. Man, people don't care about that. Yeah, this is definitely better. It's very cool. Is it too powerful? I don't think so. I don't know. I would have to see this in action. I feel like I'd have to see this in action before I could really make a good determination on that. My gut tells me it's probably okay. If you look at something like Half Elf, it gets lots of cool stuff. But we're starting to get pretty powerful here. It's starting to get really good. Yeah, and there's zero reason to be a metallic or yeah, a chromatic. Zero reason to be a chromatic. You would pick metallic every day of the week. Luke, there is no such thing as alignment anymore. Oh, I forget about that. That's right. We can't talk. Nobody has alignment because we would be generalizing people as evil and good, and that's bad. Yeah. Okay. The Gem Dragonborn. Okay. Gem Dragonborn with gem ancestry. Partake of the heritage of all gem dragons. I don't know what a gem dragon is because you don't have it in the monster manual, wizards. I've heard of them before. They were probably in other older editions. Why don't you give us some gem dragons before you start creating Dragonborn based on them? Where are the gem dragons? What book are the gem dragons in? Anybody? They released Sapphire Dragon? Where did they put that? Where did they put that? Here we go. Draconomicon? Was that a 5th edition? Is that a 5th edition book? I don't think that's a 5th edition book. It's a one-off. Chaotic neutral? Danny, you're chaotic neutral? Oh dear. That explains so much. 2nd edition? Oh, okay. I have 2nd edition books. They're literally right up there. Sapphire Dragons on D&D Beyond? Okay. Sapphire Dragon is part of the dice set? What? What does that mean? Draconicon is 3rd edition? Okay. Penguin Butt's chaotic neutral? Oh, I knew Penguin Butt was chaotic neutral. I knew you were chaotic neutral. I had higher hopes for Danny. It's so sad. Okay. Let's take a look at these dudes. They're heirs of the ruby dragon Sardanor, the firstborn of all creation, made by Bahamut and Tiamat. In the days of the first world, the colors and mysterious powers of gem dragons, amethyst, crystal, emerald, sapphire, and topaz, gleam in their scales and course through their veins. Theirs are the wonders of the mind, psionics, the force of will, the brilliant light of insight, the resounding echo of discovery, and the desiccation of despair. Ooh. This is good writing, though. Like, I can appreciate the people who wrote this. That's good. So humanoid, medium, walking speed. Yep, ancestry, got it. Ooh, damage type. Oh, nice! Now we have new damage types. That's cool. That's cool. So we have 15-foot cones. Okay, that's the best one to have, in my opinion. D8. Okay, so all of this is pretty much standard stuff. You can use it 3 times. Okay, that's good. Resistance, that makes sense. You have resistance. Okay, cool. That's beautiful. Ooh, you could get resistance to force damage. It's probably one of the few ways in the game to get resistance to force damage, being an Amethyst Dragonborn. Nice. Luke, I'm not the corrupted egg here, or you're at least not supposed to know that. You're not? Oh, who's the corrupted egg? Psionic Mind. You can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You don't need to share a language with the creature, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language. Your communication doesn't give the creature the ability to respond to you telepathically. Oh, okay. That's a very powerful feature. It is very powerful. You have no idea how many times in my games my players run into creatures who they can't speak with, and communication becomes a big thing. So when you're able to just easily communicate with people, that is a very, very, very powerful thing to be able to do in the game. It might not seem like it at first glance, but it comes into play a lot. Now they can't respond to you, sure, but just being able to talk to them is huge. It is only one-way communication. Yeah, I gotcha. But it's still very, very useful. Okay, here we go. Gem flight. Oh, okay. We're done. Oh, we got. Okay, starting at 3rd level, you can use your bonus action to temporarily summon an array of spectral gems that match your gem ancestry in the shape of wings that last for 1 minute. For the duration, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed and can hover. Once you use this trait, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. So for 1 minute, okay, so you can fly for 1 minute starting at 3rd level. No, not at 3rd level. I would probably let you do that at 5th level, maybe. I don't know. When's the ASMR get to fly? Yeah, being able to hover is huge. That's the thing. Hover, it's not just the flying, it's hovering. Hovering is such a big thing. When do ASMR get to do their thingy bobber? Where are the ASMR? They're not listed here. We'll have to look them up. Is it 3rd level? ASMR? ASMR? There we go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Is it 3rd level? Okay. ASMR, come on. Show the flying. Here we go. Yep, 3rd level. Okay, so 3rd level, the ASMR get to fly. Excellent. I mean, yeah. ASMR is pretty good too. It's very, very good for a paladin. At least it's not 1st level. At least it's not flying at 1st level. And you can only fly for 1 minute. It's just 1 minute per long rest. I'm okay with that. It's very useful. It's at 3rd level. You can fly for 1 minute. I'm okay with that. And it never gets any better. So you're gonna find that early on in the game, that's probably very, very handy. As you level up, it's not gonna be nearly as handy. So I would be okay with that. This is very good. Gem Dragon's very, very good though. When I get something like being able to fly, I always find myself not wanting to use it because I'm afraid to use it up. And then sometimes I'll get through an entire adventure and not even use it when I could have because I'm trying to save it, you know? I would probably allow this as is and then adjust if needed. The flying is powerful, Psychic Mind is powerful. You can do the Ghostwise Halfling, which also has this ability to communicate too. It's powerful, but it doesn't seem that super powerful. I would probably allow it and then tweak it if needed. Yeah. I would definitely play a Gemborn. Absolutely, 100%. You would always do a Gem Dragonborn. Having Psychic Mind, being able to fly, and then having the cones, and then being able to do. I would probably pick Amethyst or Emerald. Amethyst or Emerald for sure. But I'm like a min-maxer, so yeah, that's really cool. I would definitely do Gem Dragonborn, you guys. It's so much better. I do definitely appreciate and like the fact that you have new Dragonborn options, given that the one in the player handbook kind of sucks. So I think this is good. I think this is really good to give these options. They took a race that probably very few people play because it kind of sucks mechanically, and they gave you 3 different options. They're all very good options. And the gem is exceptionally good. So yeah, I think it's very cool. Very cool. The kobold! Didn't they give us the kobold once? Didn't they give us the kobold in Volo's Guide to Monsters? I thought they gave us the kobold. Oh, no dark vision. No, 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 no. They don't. That is the thing. Don't give them dark vision. You still don't have dark vision. And that is a big detriment depending upon your dungeon master and how he rules dark vision. The kobold is no longer a kobold. Ah. Kobold alternate. All right, let's see. Okay, yep. Kobolds serve, yep, got it. Got it. Yep, we know what kobolds are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your small walking speed is 30. Okay, you have dark vision, great. Kobold connection to dragon manifest in unpredictable ways. Unpredictable ways? Ooh.
Oh no, we're gonna die.
Choose one of the following legacy options when you select this race. Legacy options. Oh, Draconic Legacy. Oh, okay. You have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the frightened condition on yourself. One of them. Okay, that's not a big deal. You know one cantrip of your choice from the sorcerer. Okay, that's cool. You can make unarmed strikes with your tail. Oh, with your tail. When you hit with it, the strike deals 1d6 plus your strength modifier bludgeoning damage. Instead of the bludgeoning damage normal. Okay, that's cool. I like that. You get to pick one of those. I would definitely pick the cantrip. Definitely pick the cantrip and get a cool cantrip. And do you want to know what cantrip everybody and their mother will pick? If you picked Eldritch Blast, you're correct. Now every kobold will have Eldritch Blast. Oh wait, no, I scratched that. It's got to come from the sorcerer's spell list. Okay, never mind. It's got to be a sorcerer's spell list. Sorry. I was just ripping a little bit on everybody and their mother who splashes Warlock to get Eldritch Blast. Sorry, and bards. Yeah, sorry. I am this close to house ruling that cantrips only level up at levels 5, 11, 17, or whatever it is. They only get the increased damage dice if you have class levels in a spellcaster that would normally get that cantrip. Because I have so many players that splash like 1 or 2 levels of something just to get a cantrip, and then they have it level up, and then they have their cantrip is just as powerful as a straight spellcaster, and I think that's horse crap. I'm so close to making that house rule. So very close to it. I've been thinking about it for quite some time. It's such garbage. It's like you have a fighter with 1 level of Warlock, and he has an Eldritch Blast as powerful as the Warlocks. I'm sorry, that's dumb. So I'm very close to house ruling that. Sorry, I'm sorry for the rant. An off-topic rant. My apologies. I get excited about these things. Okay, Draconic. So these all seem cool. These are fine. Draconic Roar. As a bonus action, you let out a Draconic Roar, a little tiny kobold, at your enemies within 10 feet of you. Of course, because you're a little tiny kobold. Why don't normal kobolds have any of this stuff? Yeah, because power creep. That's how we get a 6th edition, by power creeping until we break the game, and then we have a 6th edition, and then the producers can seem like heroes when they fix everything for us. Whee! It's all part of a plan, folks. As a bonus action, you let out a Draconic Roar at your enemies within 10 feet of you. Until the end of your next turn, you and your allies have advantage on attack rolls against any of those enemies who could hear the roar. 10 feet of you. Okay, that's cool. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all of the uses when you finish a long rest. That's a good thing. That's very, very good. You get to do it once. Okay. 10 feet of you. Oh, that's it? Oh, we're done. That's kobold. Oh yeah, there's nothing overpowered about that. This is perfectly fine. What's the normal kobold? Hold on a second. Now we have to go look up kobold. See what a kobold gets, what a normal kobold gets. We need to find the race. Give me the race. Give me the race. What's a normal kobold get? Come on, baby, you can do this. Dark vision. Oh, look at this. Oh, hold on a second. As an action, you can pathetically distract. Okay, so that's similar to the roar. That's basically similar to the roar. The grovel, cower, and beg is the same thing pretty much as the draconic roar. That's pretty much the exact same thing. There's no difference there. Pack tactics. Oh my gosh. Pack tactics are so nice. Whoo! That's a very nice feature. So instead of pack tactics, you get this right here. You get a cantrip, basically. Most people would take the cantrip. I feel. So you get a cantrip. And they took away the negative, didn't they? So you get a strength, a dexterity by 2. Yeah, it's not super spectacular. I would probably give you a +1 to something else because it's kind of crappy. Didn't you used to have a negative to it? And used to be like a negative strength modifier to it, which really sucked. So yeah, this one here is not, but the pack tactics are so good. You guys, pack tactics are really powerful. Holy crap. Holy crap. You pick this as a rogue. If you have a rogue kobold, you have advantage on an attack roll. Any attack roll. So that's your bow. That could be your bow if you want it to be. Against a creature, if at least one of your allies within 5 feet of the creature and the ally is incapacitated. You guys, you pick a rogue kobold with pack tactics, you're getting advantage on every single one of your attacks if you're smart about it. That's huge. That's huge. You roll a crit, it doubles the chances for a crit, which means double your sneak attack damage. If you're a paladin with pack tactics, because paladins and rogues are crit hunters, right? Paladin with pack tactics, you double your chances of a crit as long as you're not the only frontliner, you know? So if you play your cards right, this can be super powerful. So it's nothing to sneer at. So instead of pack tactics, we basically get a cantrip. I would probably go with the one that already exists. If I were picking a kobold, now that there is no longer a negative modifier, which was the big crappy part of it, I would probably pick the one with pack tactics. It depends on my build. It depends on what I'm going for. But I definitely kind of feel like pack tactics is, plus a swashbuckler rogue. Oh gosh. Yeah. If that works, yeah. Kobold paladin sounds hilarious. Oh, that'd be so awesome. Be so awesome. No, sneak attack's not just a finesse weapon. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not just finesse. Oh, that's true. Sunlight sensitivity. Is in direct sunlight. I never enforce that. I would forget to do that. I just ignore that. It's like, if you enforce it, it can be a problem, you know. But that's the thing with lighting. In Dungeons and Dragons, most dungeon masters and most groups forget about lighting, and lighting, you know, you're not always thinking about it. So yeah, it's a thing. Okay, cool. Let's move on. So that was okay. Now we have new feats. Oh, they gave us new feats. Wow, we got a bunch of new feats. Oh my gosh, I have to read all these. Oh geez. Okay, let's try to do our best here. The cats are going after the laser pointer now. Look at them. They're going after the laser pointer. I need a camera back there that just points to the laser pointer area. So when they're chasing after it, I can just transition to the laser pointer area. That'd be so awesome. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at Unearthed Arcana. We're gonna look at the feats now. And according to Ed, they're super overpowered. So let's see how that works. Now, I do apologize that you can't see my coffee cup and how much coffee I have because I have run out before. Copper Lord, you send me $5,000 and I'll give you all the back issues. There you go. Boom. Chakalaka. All right, let's take a look at the feats. It sounds like these are Draconic feats. Okay. Gift of the Chromatic Dragonborn. You've manifested some of the power of Chromatic Dragons, granting you the following benefits. As a bonus action, you can touch a simple or martial weapon and infuse it with one of the following damage types. Okay. For the next minute, the weapon deals an extra 1d4 damage. Okay. You can't do it until you finish a long rest. And then it says, when you take this damage, you can use your reaction to give yourself resistance to that instance of damage. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. That's pretty powerful. Wow. That's really powerful. Any of those damage types, you get resistance to them 3 times. So if you're fighting a dragon, if you're fighting an assassin with a bunch of poison damage, this is very powerful. This will help you defeat things that have vulnerabilities, that trolls, things like that. This is going to be very helpful. This is very good. This is very, very powerful. Okay, next one. $5,000. Wow, that is a major growth in value. We have some heavy appreciation. Very heavy appreciation is what we have going on here. Gift of the Metallic Dragon. Okay, you've granted the following benefits. I love how it's like, oh, look at this. We have this worthless text, the intro text. It's great intro text. I mean, they have to do it. It wouldn't feel right otherwise. But the bullet points is where the meat is. You learn the Cure Wounds spell. You can cast this spell without expending a spell slot. Once you cast it this way, because no dragons. Oh wait, metallic dragons probably can heal wounds. That'd be my guess. Chromatic dragons can't. Once you cast a spell, you can't do so until you finish a long rest. You can also cast this spell using spell slots you have. So basically, no matter if you're a wizard, whether you're oh wow, you get to choose it. Any spellcaster class basically can add Cure Wounds to their spell list, is what this is. And then it says you can manifest protective wings that can shield you and others from attacks. When you or another creature you can see within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to manifest spectral wings from your back for the moment. Roll a d4 and grant a bonus to the target's armor class equal to the number rolled against the attack roll, potentially causing it to miss. You can use this reaction number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay, and a long rest. Got it. That seems really good. Being able to add Cure Wounds to my spell list, basically making me a healer if I want to be. And then adding a little bit of armor class to somebody. I mean, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good feat. I don't know how overpowered it is, but it's a very good feat. It's very useful. Gift of the Gem Dragon. Every warlock will have this feat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Cure Wounds. Warlocks don't get to cast that many spells. Well, that's one of the reasons I don't like warlocks. They only get so many spell slots. It's kind of crappy. Gift of the Gem Dragon. You've manifested some of the power of gem dragons, granting you the following benefits. Okay, that's pretty standard. You see that. You increase your wisdom and junk, whatever. That you see that a lot at the beginning of a lot of feats. When you take damage from a creature that is within 10 feet of you, you can use your reaction to emanate telekinetic energy. The creature that dealt damage to you must succeed on a strength saving throw. Got it. Or take 2d8 force damage and be pushed 10 feet away from you. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain. I don't see a big deal with that. That doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me. It's useful. It's useful. I wouldn't take that feat. This feat right here would be very tempting just to be able to have cure wounds. Like if I were a wizard or a warlock or a bard, well, bards can already do healing words, so it doesn't matter. But if you didn't have a healer in the group, a wizard taking this would be very advantageous. I don't know why a wizard would take it though, because you'd be missing, it's an opportunity cost, right? What are you giving up because you're taking this? This is very good. This one right here, the Gift of the Chromatic seems very powerful. I mean, it's very good. I don't know. There are like a handful of feats already in the player handbook that are so powerful to begin with. You know, I can think of a few offhand that are very powerful feats. Are these feats more powerful than those really powerful ones? Probably not. But feats in general are just, not all of them. Some feats suck. Some feats are so-so. Others are really, really powerful. These probably are definitely trending toward the higher end of power as feats go. But I don't see them as being more powerful than the ones that are already in the player handbook, you know. So that's my first take on it. Certainly not as powerful as Bountiful Luck. Give me a break. Bountiful Luck! No, that got outlawed. That got outlawed after one game session. It didn't even last one game session. It's like, nope, that's gone. Okay, let's take a look at spells. We have a handful of new spells. Okay, cool. Icing Death's Frost. Nefarious Mischief, Flame Stride, something Psionic Lance, Summon Draconic Spirit, Fizban's Platinum Shield, Draconic Transformation. All right. Draconic Transformation, 7th level, bonus action. Oh wow, it requires a statuette worth 500 gold pieces. Okay, concentration. You take on Draconic features, Blind Sight. Ooh, Blind Sight's very good. Incorporeal Rings. Okay, cool. That's cool. When you cast this spell as a bonus action, you can exhale shimmering energy. Yep. Lasts 1 minute. It's a 7th level spell. I'm not gonna go through all the 7th level spells and do a compare. Usually if I'm trying to determine whether a spell is balanced, I would compare it to existing spells to try to get a feel for it. I'm not gonna do that today. I don't have the time for that. It's a 7th level spell. Nothing seems too problematic. But I'm not doing an in-depth comparison, so I don't know. Sounds cool though. Fizban's Platinum Shield, 6th level, concentration, and you have to use 500 gold pieces to do it too, which is not a big deal at high levels, obviously. You create a field of silvery light that surrounds a creature of your choice within range. You can choose yourself. The field the field sheds dim light out of fire. You know why they have to include that parenthetically? Do you know why they have to parenthetically include you can choose yourself? Okay? Because Jeremy Crawford gets like thousands of tweets of spells that don't include that, and the tweets are basically like, hey, it says that you can choose a creature within 10 feet of yourself, or 60 feet of yourself. Can I choose myself? And then he's like, you are a creature and you are within 60 feet of yourself. At least I hope you are. And that's it. And then the person's like, oh, I'm a creature and I'm within 60 feet of myself. Oh, I must be able to cast it on myself. Oh. And so that's why they have to include that parenthetically, because he got so many tweets. He was finally just like, okay, that's it. We're putting this in every single one of the spells from now on. I guarantee you that's why that's in there. He was tired of all the tweets aimed at him. And he was tired of giving snarky responses. So he was like, okay, fine, we'll put it in the rules. My cat has brought me a sock. My cat goes up to my daughter's room and she gets socks from my daughter's room and she drags them downstairs into the basement. And then she's like, meow. And she tells me that I have brought you a present. She tries to drag pants down the stairs too. She'll get these big old pair of pants and she'll get them like down the hallway and then give up. Oh man. Okay, let's keep going here. A Silvery Shield. Okay, got it. Let's keep going. As a bonus action, does it require concentration? So it's concentration. As a bonus action on subsequent turns, you can move the field to another creature within 60 feet of the field. Okay. The creature protected by the field gains the following benefits: half cover, resistance to stuff. If it's subjected to a saving throw to make a dexterity saving throw to take half damage, it can take no damage if the creature fails. Okay. I mean, that is really cool. If you're fighting a dragon, that is the spell you want to have. It's a 6th level spell though, so that's, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. That's pretty cool. It's a good spell. 3rd level, Flame Stride, concentration, bonus action. For the duration, your speed increases by 20 feet and moving doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Ooh, that's very good. When you move within 5 feet of a creature or object that isn't being worn or carried, it takes 1d6 fire damage from your trail of heat. Interesting. Oh, so the idea is you basically just run around people and you run through the enemies all over the place and cause a bunch of damage. That's pretty cool thematically. Thematically, that's pretty cool. And then it does more damage, it sounds like. Oh no, you can go more feet. And it does more damage at higher levels. I mean, compare it to Fireball, you know? Are you gonna be able to do 8d6 damage to enemies over the course of you gotta maintain concentration too, and you gotta move around. So that's pretty cool. It's probably not as powerful as Fireball though. So Fireball is like hands down one of the most pound for pound powerful spells in the whole game. Icing Death's Frost. We're talking about Pop-Tarts. I love Pop-Tarts. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in probably like 3 years, 4 years. It's been a long time since I've had Pop-Tarts, but they're delicious. If there was a way to kill yourself and get diabetes and have a heart attack, Pop-Tarts are not a bad way to do it. Let's just put it that way. I like the brown sugar and cinnamon. No, brown sugar, cinnamon and brown. Wait, there's a brown sugar one. Brown sugar one. I think it's brown sugar one. I don't know. It's really good. It's very tasty. Whew, so good. Icing Death's Frost. A good sandwich will beat a Pop-Tart any day of the week. Goliath Cleric. Your new character is gonna lose both of his arms next time we play, okay? Put down the Pop-Tart. The beautiful, wondrous Pop-Tart. And you're putting him down. That's so not cool, dude. Is it cinnamon and brown sugar? Is it? Oh, okay, cool. I can't remember. It's been so long. Oh, it's so good. Do it. I drove into your giant... you did. You dove into the pool of acid. That was hilarious. Oh. Who died? Didn't one of the characters die? Oh, that was 𝐂𝐄𝐒. 𝐂𝐂𝐒 died. That's right. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Icing Death's Frost. A burst of icy cold emanates from you in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area... A 30-foot cone? That's pretty good. Saving throw. So it's a lower version of Cone of Cold. Okay, got it. It's a 2nd level Cone of Cold. And it's covered in ice. Oh, wow. You have to use your action? Oh! Ho! That takes away action economy. That's nice. That is very nice. Very nice. But if it's covered in ice, it has a... Okay. That's a very good spell. Would that be a 3rd level spell? No. That's not that powerful. Yeah, that seems about right. But that's a very good spell. Because it takes away action economy in a failed save, that is a very good spell. Nefarious Mischief. Ooh, an illusion spell. You don't see too many of those. That's because illusions in 5th edition suck unless you have a good dungeon master who's going to be very generous with you. Otherwise, illusions suck. Totally destroyed illusions in 5th edition. They're like, you had somebody who hated illusionists. They're like, so nerf all the illusion spells. So that's why, yeah. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Nefarious Mischief. You fill a 20-foot cube centered on a point you choose within range with Fey and Draconic magic. Roll on the mischievous surge table to determine the magical effect produced. At the start of each of your turns, you can move the cube. Apple pie? Oh, wonderful. Oh, the smell of apple pie fills the air. I just love this already. And each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you until your next turn. Oh, that's cool. Apple pie. I am your friend now. Command me. Bouquets of flowers appear all around, and each creature in the cube must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be blinded until the start of their next turn as the flowers spray water in their faces. That's cool. All right, whoever wrote this spell, whoever over at Wizards wrote this spell gets a high five from me. I'm gonna send them an apple pie in thanks because I like this. This is cool. Each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of your next turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all of its movement to move in a random direction. So you're just running around giggling? Okay. Drops of molasses appear and hover in the cube, turning into difficult terrain until the start of your next turn. Oh, nice. What level spell is that? It's a 2nd level spell. It's concentration, 20-foot cube. Wow. Whoa. Whoa, hold on a second. Squirty, calm down. You guys see that? It's going nuts back there. Holy crap. Squirty pie. You guys just see her running and like a maniac? Oh my gosh. She got into the cat crack. Oh, dude. Totally got the zoomies. She's going nuts. So it's a 2nd level spell. It's concentration. You can basically charm an entire group of enemies. Ooh. You can blind a whole bunch of people. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Until the start of your next turn. Oh. Okay, I was misreading this. It literally just says until the start of your next turn. Okay, cool. That makes a big difference. For some reason, my brain was farting right there. And then you can, at the start of your turns, you can move it 10 feet and reroll on the table. Okay. That totally balanced. For a minute there, I was like, whoa, that's way powerful. But it's just to the start of your next turn. Okay, so that makes a big difference. Okay, that's cool. I like it. It's cool. Oh, it's random. Oh, it's a random. Yeah, you have to roll on it. Oh, okay. Oh, very nice. I like that. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, it's powerful, but I would have to see it in play before I can make any final. And that's true for almost any game stuff you find. You can read it and you can have gut feelings about it, but many things you need to see them at the table in play before you can actually determine whether it's good, bad, or ugly, you know? Like Halfling Bountiful Luck. I only had to see that one once, and I was like, nope, not anymore. Ralthium's Psychic Lance, 4th level, instantaneous. Okay. Yep. Power from your forehead. You can utter a creature's name. If the name target is within range, it gains no benefit from cover or invisibility as the lance homes in on it. Ooh, nice. If the name target isn't within range, the lance dissipates and the spell slot is not expended? Okay. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take a crap ton of psychic damage. and be incapacitated till the start of your next turn. So that seems similar to Blight. It's very similar to Blight, only I think it does more damage maybe. And it's psychic damage. What level is Blight? What level is Blight? The spell. Come on, baby. 4th level. It does more damage than Blight, right? Is that more damage than Blight? About the same. It's a 10d6, 8d6. Only Blight has a much less reduced radius. This is way more powerful than Blight. Because it homes in on the person and they have to be 120 feet away and it's psychic damage, this is way more powerful than Blight. That's a very good spell. I would throw Blight away and take this spell instead. Just throw it out. Throw it out. Summon Draconic Spirit. Okay. 5th level summoning spell. Concentration 1 hour. You can choose a family. It disappears when 0 point spell ends. The creature is an ally to you. Takes a turn immediately after yours. It obeys your rule commands. Dodge, higher level. Okay, Draconic Spirit. It's a large dragon. So a 5th level spell. Large dragon. It gains armor class and hit points if you upcast the spell. And I'm going to assume it just does dragon stuff, right? Resistances and immunities. It has some stuff here. Oh, you choose one of its damage resistance, you share it. Oh, nice. It has a bite and a claw. Okay. And it can fly, obviously. Right? It can fly. Ooh. So you can ride it. And it has a breath weapon. Okay, that seems cool. It's a 5th level spell. It gives you a dragon dude for an hour. It doesn't do a ton of damage. 6 plus 4. It gets a bite and a claw. Huh. Oh wait, it makes a number of bite and claw attacks equal to half the spell's level rounded down. Half the spell's level rounded down. So that's at least 2. At 5th level, it'd be 2 of them. At 6th level, it'd be 3. I like how they simplified it a little bit. So it doesn't take as long as in combat. It's just, you'd get a certain number of attacks or a breath weapon. Oh no! It says it uses its breath weapon and it makes the bite and claw attacks. Okay, so that's very nice. That's very, very nice. I don't know. That seems pretty powerful. I would have to compare. I would have to look up other summoning spells and compare it, but my gut tells me that there are other summoning spells that are very nice, that are pretty good too. So here's the thing though. What I like about the new paradigm that they have of summoning spells, there are new types of summoning spells that are coming out. Summon one creature that is beefier. And anybody who's been in a game with somebody who's summoned like 8 creatures, it bogs the whole game down. It's just it's unsightly. It's a mess. So the fact that we now have just summoning spells where you summon one creature and it gets more powerful based upon the higher levels you summon it at or you cast it at or whatever, I really like that because it doesn't bog the game down as much. And obviously the creature's gonna be more powerful. So yeah, I would have to see this in play before I could probably make a determination on how powerful it is. And you could theoretically have this dude with you for the entire hour. You could almost get through the whole dungeon maybe if you booked it and didn't take a short rest. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got through all of the Unearthed Arcana and final determinations. It's very nice. The feats are all really powerful. I love that you have the new options for Dragonborn, because vanilla Dragonborn was kind of crappy. The new kobold, I actually think the old kobold is better because of pack tactics, but the new kobold gives you options if you want them. If you didn't care for pack tactics, you could get a cantrip. And then we had the feats were all powerful. Of course, feats are always powerful, and the spells seemed cool. There was one of them, I think that summoning one, probably I was like, who knows, that might be a little powerful, but I wouldn't really know until I played it. The other spells seemed fairly balanced, but cool. I liked them. They were pretty cool. So overall, I think I have a pretty favorable impression of this Unearthed Arcana. It looks pretty cool. I would probably allow most of it, all of it, in my game as is, and then make tweaks as needed. But there weren't any big, huge red flags, in my opinion. Nothing that was like, whoa, what the heck? You know what I mean? So, yep, there you go. Bingo, bango.